How many of you have drank alcohol before 21? According to the CDC, alcohol is the most commonly used substance among young people in the US, and that's from the CDC in 2020. We all know that underage drinking happens. We all know that underage drinking goes on, especially in high schools. We all know that students from the ages to about 14 to 18 have underage parties and drinking. And these bad habits that they get themselves into can cause a lot of short-term effects and long-term effects. But what if we could put a stop to a majority of that? Hello, my name is Noah Vanderswan, and I'm going to talk to you today about the underage, or about the drinking age in the United States, how it's 21 and it should be lowered. I believe that it is too high and should be lowered to about 18. I'll focus on two main things. What I want to focus on is the responsibilities people have at the age of 18 already in the States, and then comparing it to other countries and how they deal with these things. And to everyone, to start off, to everyone 21 and over, at what age was your first drink at? In America, at the age of 18, you can do many different things. For instance, you can vote, you can buy a gun, you can enlist in the army, you can buy cigarettes, and even more at the age of 18. The list goes on. And if you can do most of those things that an adult can at the age of 18, then why are we not allowed, or why are you not allowed to drink alcohol at the age of 18? According to the author Chris W., he states that at the age of 18 in the United States, you can do many different things. For one, you can be on a jury, you can enlist in the military, you can vote, and so much forth. And that comes from him, his last name, Wigand 2020. Chris W. 2020. With all this responsibility at the age of 18, it only makes sense that the drinking age should be lower and not to 21. Enlisting is far more dangerous than drinking at the age of 21. You can get in. It's so much more dangerous to enlist than it is to drink, and you can do that at 18 already. And although that research has shown throughout the years, ever since that the drinking age has started in the 1980s to 21, there's a lot of other research to counteract that and to say that some of that, if not most of it, is wrong. For instance, according to an article by a man named Mandel, he states that raising the drinking age has not saved lives. Mandel has done his research, and he also gives some facts in regarding to that to back up his sentence. He says that raising the drinking age did not cause a significant decrease in drunk driving. It actually moved the drunk driving bracket up to a bracket. So instead of 18 to 20-year-olds, it moved to 21 to 21-year-olds in drunk driving deaths after raising the drinking age. He also states that in many other countries where the drinking age, where there's stricter alcohol restrictions, it had worse outcomes than the U.S., but in countries that had easier restrictions than the U.S., actually had less deaths. So this leads to learning from other countries when we base it off of other countries. How do other countries deal with this issue? Well, in describing the responsibilities of 18-year-olds in the States and how 21 is bad to drink, we can look at other countries to see their progress and how they deal with this and how their ages and how they lower it or they raise it up as well. So when we look at it, countries with lower drinking ages actually have better successes. According to COMM, it says that there are fewer drunk driving accidents and fatalities in many other countries with the drinking age at 18, and that's ProCon in 2020. According to another article by Mandelin, he actually states that countries with lower drinking ages had fewer alcohol-related deaths, and that came from Mandel, and that was not dated. And countries like Canada and New Zealand, who actually are very similar to the United States in many things, where they actually started off their drinking age a bit higher, but actually lowered it, actually now have better safety rates, especially in drunk driving and accidents related to alcohol. For instance, I can actually vouch for that. I was born and raised in Canada, and I actually learned at a very young age and had my first drink at a very young age and learned at a very young age the positives and the negatives to alcohol. Secondly, going off of that, is causing the drinking age to be lower can help parents and guardians show the responsibility of drinking to people of younger ages. In younger countries where the drinking age is lower, young people can order drinks easier. But this can cause parents, seeing that when they go out, this has caused parents to actually show them the responsible way to drink at such a young age. The states have been drinking, have been drinking at the age of 21 for years now, since the 1980s. Parents can show them all that they want, but the longer that puberty goes on, the more that these kids, these young adults, will really want it sooner and sooner and sooner, and that reflects in the parties and everything. So why not lower it to cut these things from happening and actually show them at a younger age and a mature and a younger age to know how to drink and to drink properly. Alcohol can be fatal. We've seen that there's many deaths, and it doesn't matter what age it is. Alcohol can be fatal. But to understand more at a younger age, in school, especially in high school, while puberty is going on, it can actually help young adults make better decisions and not make worse decisions because they now understand it a bit more instead of waiting before 21. This can help them grow and mature in so many different ways. So in conclusion, alcohol is a huge part of society in America. It is many underage people party a lot, but this also causes many problems regarding the drinking age. So when we look at other countries and when we look at the age of 18, the drinking age in America should be lowered because there's so many responsibilities that we can do at the age of 18 here in America. So why not make drinking at 18 as well? When we look at other countries who have lower drinking ages, there's a lot more positives than there are negatives. But when we look at other countries who have the higher drinking age, just like the United States, we see more negatives than we do positives. So I hope that this persuaded you to consider lowering the drinking age. Thank you for listening.